Situated. So I take whatever.
Paris is one of the most important people.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Valerie, chair of drama. Welcome to Phillips and welcome to the 4th annual jury emerging playwright competition, the readings of. I would like to congratulate our playwrights for winning this competition. There are 6 fabulous plays. Dominic Disieri, her play Blighted. Linda Crawford, The Wanderer. Kate Thomas, The Advocate. Sherry Friedman, Beware the Kraken. Jeff Stolzer, The Eulogy. And Nancy Vanderzwaan, Northern Lights. Let's give them a round. I would like to thank our talented group of 13 actors who volunteered their time to bring these plays to the stage tonight for our enjoyment. In our program, you will see their pictures and their bios. As a matter of fact, Rick Goodwin, who is in the audience and who you also see up here reading, put together, he's a volunteer and put together our program. It has lots of information, not only with the playwrights, the actors, our judges, but also upcoming events at the Mill. So hopefully you'll take a look at this and you'll be curious, and if you haven't done so already, check out our website and see what we are up to aside from this emerging playwright competition. While we're talking about volunteers, I also have to mention Joe Phillips, who takes the COVID threat so seriously, and I hope you all feel comfortable with what we've done here. He has been meticulous in keeping the mill clean, sanitizing everything, keeping the airflow going, so I hope you enjoyed this evening, and thanks to Joe for doing that. We are a volunteer-driven organization, but that doesn't mean that the emerging playwright competition doesn't have costs associated with it. So we very much are grateful and thank our sponsors for making this happen. If we did not have our sponsors, we couldn't do this competition. So they too are listed in the program. And they share our mission to bring new works to the stage by an emerging playwright at any stage of their career. I would like to thank our judges, Judy Halberd, Dr. Kimberly Kalaya, and Dr. Wilbert Turner. Now, will be up here later on after the readings, and he will moderate the Q&A, which we have. The playwrights will sit on the apron, and we'll be able to ask questions of the playwrights, and he'll moderate that for us. I would like to ask you to warmly welcome Fran Young to the stage. Fran is a committee member. Rehearsed, re-rehearsed, Zoomed, scheduled. We could not do without her. She's indispensable. So let's take this show on the road. Thank you.
Good evening. Our first play is Blighted by Dominic Disieri. The 2 characters in the play are Petra, a single-minded woman of age 92, and Evan, a young man lacking in imagination in his 30s. At the rise of the curtain, the intermittent sound of an old creaking farm windmill can be heard. It is early May, the present. Blinding late afternoon light pours in through 2 large white sheer curtained windows, giving what was once meant to be Petra's bedroom a ghostly look. The bedroom is frozen in the year 1945. All surfaces are covered in smoothed, oval, palm-sized rocks. Petra stands behind the curtains of the left window, looking out to a field, a windmill, and a root cellar beyond. She is obscured by bright light pouring in. Evan can be heard off stage.
Mrs. Skalicki, completed the kitchen. just about done here. Mrs. Skleggy.
Back bedroom.
To the right or left?
On the left.
Okay. That's Skalicki. S-C-A-L-I-C-K-Y. Petra. P-E-T-R-A. Holy shit!
Petra steps out from behind the curtain as Evan enters.
Mind your language.
Thanks. Sorry, you scared the shit. Sorry. But what the This is highly irregular.
I'm well enough away from you. You can take that mask down. Best I hear what you have to say.
The highly irregular company rules when entering house of the old and infirm.
Not infirm.
I'm writing down that the occupant said, take your mask down, not infirm. Now, this room, I've seen a lot of stuff, but not this. What? Are they potatoes?
Now why would I put potatoes in a bedroom?
Evan stands there staring. He holds a clipboard with forms attached. A small camera hangs from a strap around his neck.
Highly irregular.
Can't have a tormented spirit rise up, can you?
Evan shivers, a small twitch of the shoulders, and then he gets right back to his job. He writes for a few brief minutes.
Rocks. Only 2 bedrooms, 2 windows, a door. Are windows operable?
Windows are clean, not a streak. You can see clear across the fields to the windmill. Real farm windmill. And the root cellar just beyond.
But are the windows operable? You must have 2 methods of egress. 2 doors, or at least 1 operating window.
I got 2 windows, 1 door. No need to open the windows. Nobody sleeps here.
What makes a bedroom a bedroom?
Sanctification.
I need to see if at least 1 window opens.
Shoes,
Of course.
take them off.
Highly irregular.
My house, my rules.
Socks okay?
Are they clean?
Well, I'm not in the habit of wearing dirty anything.
Nothing wrong with dirt, just not in here.
You've got rocks.
Hand washed, octagon soap, all 27,730 of them. River rocks. Placed my last rock today.
You've counted?
No need. Placed them. 1 every day.
Evan leans on the door and struggles, trying to balance his clipboard in one hand while taking off his right shoe.
Ever used octagon soap?
Never heard of it.
You can't be from around here then.
No. Born and raised back east.
Thought so.
I know Borax. 20 Mule Mile. Rollin', 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 rollin'. Rawhide! It's da 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 da. Don't try to understand them. Just rope 'em, throw 'em random. Rawhide! That's it. My granddad made me watch a show on TV.com, so I learned some history. Is that what it's really like out here?
Don't got TV, don't watch TV.
Anyway, I don't know octagon soap.
8-sided, extremely useful. Loosens dirt from just about anything, including people's mouths.
Evan struggles, taking his left shoe off.
If there's just someplace I could sit, it would really...
Stepping into the bedroom, the door slams shut. The windmill creaks, then whirs around double time. Evan jumps.
Jeez, God!
Language! Wind's picking up.
Draft. Ever have window replacements?
Been here since it was built. 1927. I was born 1 year later in this very room.
Windows? Not 90 years? Is that possible? Is there an attic?
Attic up above and the root cellar out there.
Evan walks to the window.
Too soft.
Oh, I don't walk on rocks, okay?
Reaching for the left window.
May I pull back the curtain?
Your hands clean?
Yes.
He looks for someplace to set the clipboard down.
I'll take it if you'll tell me what you're doing.
Evaluating egress. I need to open the window.
Why didn't you tell me?
Evan tries to open the window.
What do you got here? Sash, chain, and cord?
Weights.
Won't open.
I could have told you that.
Inoperable windows.
Glued shut.
Highly irregular. There's a fire code.
Evan steps away from the window and surveys the room.
No closets.
Not necessary.
But they are. If a bedroom has no closets, it's not a bedroom. It's a den.
If you'd look, you'd see.
Evan writes. The room darkens slowly. Petra looks out the left window.
The date of inspection, May 7th, 2021.
Would have been 76 years today.
Is the valuation date specifying market environmental conditions. The market value of your home, and you haven't done yourself any favors over the years, is a direct function of the forces of supply and demand at the present time here in Goodland. Homes bought, say, 9 years ago have depreciated $28,500. If this place is as bad as it is, and it wasn't in a foreclosure, why you get trouble for it in more than a couple days? This place here, in the middle of nowhere, well, is there any working lights here? I can't see what I'm writing.
My
No
tax
pictures.
man built this home, kept it as it was.
Exactly. I'm glad you understand. This property is blighted. Your home doesn't meet today's standards. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, air conditioning, all the modern amenities. What are we doing here? It's unbelievable.
It is.
Yeah, there's no air conditioning, nothing.
No need. Ceiling fans.
Mrs. Sklicki, it's about present marking standards, and my estimate will reflect that. Now, you can get another appraiser, a second opinion, so to speak, but the expense for a non-government appraiser to come to the same conclusion seems pointless. No matter what the estimate, this area is going to be used for a higher and better purpose. It's much like the reductions in the Arctic ice. It allows for better trade. It's an opportunity. The pipeline offers opportunity. If you relocate within 10 to, say, 20-mile radius, your new property value will shoot right up.
Petra looks out the window.
Mrs. Sklicki, are you listening to me? Because I'd like you to understand what you're signing. X marks the spot.
He hands her the clipboard and pen. Petra takes it, makes an X mark, and hands it back without looking at Evan.
Great. Highly irregular. Could you sign your name, your full name, written out in cursive?
Why didn't you say so?
Petra holds onto the clipboard with one hand and lifts a gold-framed wedding photo from its place on the dresser.
Please take my picture now.
I'm running late here. Pretty late.
That's all I ask.
Highly irregular. And you need to sign. Okay.
Backing up to get a better shot.
Man, these rocks are killing me.
Evan finds a spot and lifts his camera.
If you can move a little closer to the dresser. That's it.
The light turns a strange, greenish yellow color. Petra holds her photo.
The photo you're holding won't be visible. You might as well put it on a dresser. Put the photo down and fold your hands in front of you.
Never got to be with my husband in this room. 75 years ago today. Got married and he went right off to the front. Came back a year later, 2 small stones in his ears to block out the voices.
Evan focuses the camera.
Did you ever fight for anything in your life?
I'm not sure what you mean. If you could move a little to the left, the lighting's a little odd.
He shot himself.
Evan stops focusing, looks up.
Shot himself?
Shot himself.
In here.
Right there.
That's awful. Awful. Suicide in bedroom.
A streak of lightning illuminates the room.
Oh!
My picture?
Oh, all
He
right.
takes the photo, then looks at the small camera screen.
Yeah, can't really make out what you're holding.
He hands her his camera to view the photo.
I need to get my glasses.
Petra moves towards the door, rather quickly, with camera and clipboard in hand.
You've got sneakers on.
Wash the bottoms with Octagon.
Right. And don't forget to sign.
Petra exits. A flash of lightning. The door slams and locks.
Shit. Mrs. Sklicki, my camera?
Another door opens and slams shut.
Mrs. Galicki?
The sound of hail smashing the house can be heard. Petra is seen running into the root cellar,
Mrs. Galicki!
banging on the window.
Where are you going? Mrs. Galicki! Let me out of here!
Hail pounds the house and windows, then the roar of a tornado. The Wanderer by Linda Crawford. Two people, Wynne, who is over 50, and Tracy, who is in her 40s, stand at the railing of the Staten Island ferry. The sound of a ferry horn can be heard. Wynne approaches where Tracy is standing,
Excuse me.
Oh, sure.
making room,
I was just wondering.
Yes?
pulling back a little.
Oh, was I spitting?
No.
My breath bad?
What?
I sensed you pulling away.
Oh, it's just, I need a little more space around me in a conversation.
Oh, right. Okay. Is this good?
Yes, thanks. So, what was it you were saying? You said, I was just wondering when you came over.
Yeah, yes, I was. You know, about so many things. I'm a wanderer.
Oh, I didn't realize. I thought, never mind. I don't know. I thought maybe you were wondering about something specific, like you knew me or something.
Oh, no, I've never seen you before. But I'm getting to know you. I know you don't like close encounters.
Tracy turns away. Wynne walks to Tracy's other side.
Do you really want to know what I was wondering about?
No, that's okay. I'm actually good. Just looking out at the water.
I wonder why some people prefer to be alone and others, like me, seek out company. You ever think about that?
Not really.
Huh. Ride the ferry often?
No.
Live on Staten Island?
I'm not really in a talkative mood.
Oh, right. I assume the answer is no anyway, because if you lived here, you would ride the ferry often. Where do you live?
Wondering. Yeah, I'd rather not get...
Let me guess. I'm pretty good at this. Brooklyn? Queens? Manhattan? Manhattan! Yeah, I can sort of tell.
Took you a while to get there.
Well, it's not a perfect science. More intuitive. Quiet out here tonight. You wonder anything about me?
I'm not much of a wanderer.
Staten Island, born and bred. These ferries are like my living room. I'm on them twice a day, every day. Know all the regulars, who likes to talk, who doesn't, who's just riding for a place to flop. I watch out for the kids coming home from school, make sure no one's taking advantage of them. I make the rounds. Just my nature, I guess. And I can always spot the tourists. Most of them don't even leave the terminal once we get to Staten Island. They just turn around and catch the next boat back to the city. I wish I could tell them to head out, walk around, take a bus to South Beach. Knew you weren't one of them, not a tourist. Not a regular either. So I was just wondering.
Yeah, well, excuse me. I guess I'll just go
I
over
was
to the other side.
wondering if you were one of them.
I'd like to be alone for a little while.
One of the jumpers.
What?
You got that look.
No.
You didn't even glance at Lady Liberty, just kept staring down, looking hard at the water like you were planning something.
You're mistaken.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it. I never like to see that, although I have. I was on the ferry the day Spalding Gray jumped. Didn't actually see it. No one did. He was found in the water later. But not your first time on the ferry, is it?
No. I used to ride it with a friend a long time ago.
A lost love? I can feel the sadness oozing from you.
Are you?
Yes, we should introduce ourselves. I'm Wynne.
No, I mean, why do you assume it's okay to be so intrusive? Why do you persist even though I've dropped clue after clue that I don't want to talk to you.
Well, I don't really know. I guess I just try too hard to connect. I'm sorry for bothering you. Nobody needs that, you're right. I'm annoying and not really very perceptive. I'm aware of it. I'm just always hoping the other person isn't. That's another delusion, isn't it? Well, I guess I have my answer.
What answer?
Wynn starts to climb over the railing to the outside of it.
Hey, what are you doing? No, that's dangerous.
It's all right. Just go about your day.
No, Wynn.
It's for the best. I don't serve any useful purpose. You are my last hope.
What do you mean?
Someone to wonder about.
So you're going to
Jump. Yes, and I'm not putting that on you. Believe me, you're not the only one to find me a nuisance.
No, wait. Look, I'm sorry. It wasn't you. It's me. You see, you were right about me. I was staring at the water.
What do you mean?
I was considering it. Just like you. I'm just like you, and you wanted to help me, talk me out of it. Let me do the same. Help you.
Really? You were going to jump?
It was on my mind.
Why? There I go, butting in again.
No, it's good. Look, maybe it might help to talk about it, both of us, to a stranger. We'd never have to see each other again. Come back on this side.
Or you could come over here and join me, and we can both.
No.
It's really a magnificent view. Always loved it, and with the last of those crimson clouds. I often wondered if there was some other place out there where I'd fit in. Another planet, perhaps. Even as a kid, that thought was there, reading science fiction. My favorite was The Martian Chronicles. Ray Bradbury?
Yeah.
I already had the disease of the great loneliness. Such a beautiful writer. But you can't really live on Mars. No water. It was a 19th century misinterpretation of the word canale. It means channels or ridges, but someone mistakenly translated it as canals, raising everyone's hope. But there's no life there.
But there are other planets that could support life about our size with oxygen and water.
What are you saying? Hold on, Wynn. There might be a more amicable world out there for you yet. Reaching a little? I didn't catch your name.
Tracy.
Tracy, I do appreciate the thought, but this earthly water seems a more immediate solution. Only moments ago, you thought so too. So why not come on over, join me. We can connect in our mutual longing for escape, muse about the afterlife, if there is or isn't one. You don't wonder about that?
No.
Okay, we'll keep the conversation short and just do it together.
But I don't want to jump now, Wynn. And in 5 minutes, it could be different for you too. Things change with time. I've been depressed for years, but even so, there are moments when it lifts, or it's bearable, or different. Whatever happened to you or me, it's in the past. Even 5 minutes ago, it changes. Before, when you came over, I was thinking of someone I used to ride the ferry with, someone I hurt very bad, and I felt like throwing my life away because of it. Momentarily insanity. Killing myself won't change the past. Only living can. The heart heals. We can love, we can be loved again.
I've never known love.
I love you.
That's very sweet. No, you don't.
In this moment, I do. I can relate to what you're feeling, and I don't want you to throw your life away. All we have in this moment is, why rush to end it? Come on, there's kids over there. Why would you do this to them?
Yes, I wonder.
Come back.
But what is there to live for? Just more humiliation?
I don't know, but isn't that the point? We don't know. If you jump, you'll never know. No more wondering. I remember reading this Ray Bradbury interview.
Bradbury? Really?
Yes, and he was asked, if you could go back through a time in your life, which moment would you choose? His answer, every moment.
You really believe that?
Maybe not every moment. There are lots that I don't ever want to live through again, but many are. I didn't feel that way when I got on the ferry, but right now I do, because of you.
But you were going to...
A momentary lapse in appreciation for the wonder of it all.
Yes. Very good. Help me over, will you?
Wynn tries to climb back over the railing,
Watch your
a little
step now.
precariously.
Thank you, and I know you really don't love me. It's okay. You were a good Samaritan.
As were you.
Not like some of the others, leaving me stuck out
Wait, you weren't really gonna jump?
there. Got you wondering now.
What?
They say curiosity killed the cat, but I think it keeps us alive. Gives us something to live for, right?
A fairy horn sound.
Looks like we're pulling in. You should get out of the terminal. Walk around. See the sights.
You're a little crafty, aren't you, Win?
No, it was all true, wasn't it?
And
For both of us?
And where would you be if I had joined you on the other side of that railing?
I wonder.
Northern Lights by Vanderzwaan. At curtains rise, we see the hood of a Toyota Tacoma pickup truck, parked in a remote field at dusk. Visible in the far background is an old farmhouse with covered front porch, downstairs windows illuminated in the dwindling light. Two women, Carol and Grace, of a certain age, recline on the hood, backs resting on the windshield. One is gazing intently at the sky, while the other lies back against the windshield, eyes closed, a slight smile on her face.
I wonder when we're going to see them. I guess it's too light outside still. I can't believe they're happening this far south this year.
Look, I just saw it on the internet. Who knows if any of the shit you read on the internet is real anymore?
You got that right. Remember when Mom and Dad used to make us watch the news at night so that we would know what was happening in the world? Walter Cronkite read the news, period. And that's the way it is.
I'm sure they were banking on us having no idea what the Vietnam War was. I just thought it was a bunch of men playing soldier and sweating a lot.
Graham and Papa would get so mad at them. What are you exposing those impressionable young minds to every time they came over for dinner?
I think that was the only time they ever argued, or the only thing they ever argued about with Graham and Papa. I miss all of them.
Sometimes I can't believe we own this land now. I mean, I knew Pop-Pop's farm would go to us eventually, but it's almost otherworldly, and I'm still getting used to the idea that Mom's gone. How can something this good come from something that sad?
Yeah, pretty shitty way to inherit a house. If you ask me, Alzheimer's crepes. I have to believe that she's happier wherever she is. But what a way to go.
Grace looks around into the distance, then hops off the hood of the truck and reaches into the bed of the truck and pulls out a small igloo cooler. She hands it to Carol and hops back onto the hood.
What's this?
Open it.
Carol opens the cooler, looks quizzically inside, and pulls out a large takeout bag with a logo imprinted on it.
McDonald's? Since when has anyone in our family ever gotten food at McDonald's? And we just ate dinner 2 hours ago.
Sister, I'm about to change your life.
I sincerely doubt fast food is going to change my life. My cholesterol, maybe, but not my life. And we just had dinner a while ago. I bet the kids are still stacking the dishwasher.
Grace takes the bag back and opens it, handing Carol a large wrapped burger and a large container of French fries.
Here, these are yours. And here are some extra napkins. I'll use the bag as a placemat, but don't start eating yet. I have something else for you first.
Is junk food the reason you made me leave the house and drive with you out here? It's not like it's cocaine. It's just bad nutritional judgment. You didn't want Maddie and Nathan seeing their mom eating this crap. Wait, does that mean that the Northern Lights thing isn't true?
No. I was 100% telling the truth about the Northern Lights, just not the ones you were thinking of.
Grace pulls a small bag out of her down vest pocket, opens it, and pulls out a joint. She puts it in her mouth and lights it with a lighter and takes a deep inhale and exhales almost with a groan of pleasure.
Jesus! Grace, is that marijuana?
Carol, you're gonna thank me for this.
What the hell, Grace?
She holds the joint out to her sister.
I'm the mother of teenagers. I'm supposed to be responsible.
Okay, so here's the thing. There's no celestial light show tonight. The Northern Lights don't make it as far south as San Mateo. But I'd like to introduce you to another Northern Lights. One of the best strains of weed ever grown in the U.S. Started out in Afghanistan and has been grown illegally until recently on the West Coast since '85. Through the wise governance of the state of California, it's now commercially available.
I don't want to smoke marijuana.
You will. Just give it a try.
I don't know how.
Oh, yes you do. You used to smoke cigarettes. Just pretend it's a Virginia Slims Menthol Light 100 and do your thing.
Why would I do this?
Well, for two very good reasons, little sis. One, it's going to make the burger and fries taste like a religious experience in about 10 minutes. And two, I have a couple of things to tell you that will go down a lot easier with a few tokes.
Tokes? What are you now, a pothead? Like a female Jeff Spicoli?
Hey, a Fast Times at Ridgemont High reference. I'm proud of you. Please, Carol, for me, no one will ever know.
Carol sighs, looks around, back toward the house, shrugs, takes the joint, looks around again, and furtively takes the tiniest puffs. Coughs a bit, then exhales and hands it back.
Oh, Meryl, I'm proud of you. My turn and then you again. And don't act like it's carbon monoxide. Get a good draw next time.
Grace, why are we out here? Why are we doing this?
Oh, sweetie, you've been my best friend my whole life, not just my little sister. So I need to tell you something. I have breast cancer.
No, that's not true. That we don't have the BRCA gene in our family. No, my God, Grace.
You don't need the BRCA gene to get cancer, honey. You just need bad luck.
Carol bursts into tears, and Grace holds her until her sobs subside, and then she hands Carol a crumpled McDonald's napkin to wipe her eyes.
How long have you known?
About 2 months.
2 months?
I know. I should have told you earlier, but I needed to wait until all the tests were done and they were sure. And I really wanted to get my medical marijuana card. I figured, why not get a good jump on becoming a stoner before the nausea sets in?
Grace, this is nothing to joke about. Are you going to have chemotherapy, a radiation? My God, Gracie, I love you so much.
Oh, thank you, Lovey. You've always been there for me through the worst times in my life.
So, what kind of cancer? I mean, there are kinds of breast cancer. Like, is it the...
It's the worst kind, Carol Merrill. Triple negative. And it's already in my lymph nodes, and the doctors think they're seeing spots in my left lung.
Carol starts weeping again, quietly, face in her hands. Grace takes Carol's wrists and pulls them away so that Carol looks at her.
Carol, I want you to hear me, really hear me. I'm not planning on going anywhere anytime soon. I'm going to fight this.
Grace hands the joint back to Carol, who this time takes such a deep pull from the joint that she's enveloped in a cloud of smoke when she exhales forcefully. Hands it back to Grace, who takes another toke.
Oh, of course you are. And I'm going to be your driver and your nurse and your dietitian and your housekeeper, and I'm going to make you eat right and take care of yourself better.
Oh, shit, Carol. I have triple negative breast cancer. You think I'm going to start eating right? I may take all my medicine, but I'm for sure going to deliberately eat wrong at least part of the time. And speaking of...
She reaches into the back and pulls out another burger and large fries for herself.
Unwrap your burger and take a bite.
How can you eat at a time like this?
Well, I've had time to digest the news, pardon the pun, and I'm starting to get a good buzz, so it's the perfect time for some fat and sodium.
Grace takes a big bite and chases it down with 3 fries.
So good.
I'm sorry, I have no appetite at all.
She stops speaking abruptly, then looks at Grace, wide-eyed, then down at the burger and rapidly at Grace again.
See? Now you want to fight? Go ahead and trip the proverbial like fantastic, sis.
Carol takes a tentative bite of her burger, chews, and then takes another massive bite.
Oh my God! This is amazing! How did you know this would taste so good?
Because you're high now. This weed makes junk food taste like the chef's table at Chez Panisse.
Carol wipes her mouth with gusto and dives into the fries.
This is like a revelation!
She stops eating and looks at Grace stricken.
How can I possibly eat when you're sitting there with
Well,
cancer?
Carol, because we're both high. The food tastes amazing. And because life is going to go on for us.
But what if... Christ, I can't even say... Gracie, I can't imagine you not
So
being...
don't. I know I sound a little flippant, but for the last 2 months, I've thought about nothing else but cancer and us and the property and the kids and Carol, I mean this. I'm going to do everything the doctors tell me to do. Maybe almost everything they tell me to do. And then we're going to roll the dice and take all as it comes.
She eats a fry and then relights the joint, draws it, and hands it to Carol.
Here, a heart attack fry followed by a canvas chaser.
I don't know, Grace. I think I'm getting really high. I see like 12 of you. Like one of those Warhol Campbell soup things.
That's my best medicine, Carol. You pull me out of a funk like nobody else.
Crazy? How can you laugh? What are we gonna do?
Grace hugs Carol and then holds her hands as she looks into her sister's eyes.
Well, I'm going to keep eating crappy food even when I don't feel like eating, and I'm going to take every chemical cocktail that doctors have in their arsenal and do crazy stuff like I've always wanted to do, like go see the real Northern Lights and have my eyebrows tattooed while I still have them so the esthetician knows where they go. And I'm going to learn French.
French? You couldn't pass Spanish 101, and we've grown up around seasonal workers from Mexico.
Well, okay, sera. Carol, we've always done what everyone expected of us. Put up with crappy husbands for far too long. Stayed here to take care of mom and dad, mom after dad died, long after she even remembered who we were. And as long as I'm around, I reserve the right to go off the rails a little.
Grace lies back again with the windshield at her back. Carol joins her. The sisters look up at the stars.
It's so beautiful out here. Look at all the stars. I never get tired of seeing them. Wow, look at that! That's the biggest shooting star I've ever seen.
Gorgeous. Carol, I have no idea what's coming, but I'm glad you're here. I'm so grateful for you.
I love you, sis. I'm here for you.
They hug and lie back again. After a quiet pause, Carol speaks.
I don't want to get my eyebrows tattooed, but can I share your Northern Lights experience?
You've never been on a plane in your life. I thought you were afraid of flying.
No, not those Northern Lights. I mean the ones in your pocket.
Oh my God. Oh.
Grace reaches into her pocket for another joint and the lighter and lights up and passes it to Carol.
Enjoy the ride, sis. We'll both just enjoy the ride.
They take each other's hands, lie back on the windshield, and stare at the night sky. Eulogy by Jeff Stalzer. Darkness, A spotlight suddenly illuminates two figures. Dark suit, a 50-ish man, stolid, and gray suit, a 40-ish man, stylish.
Tell me about him.
Well, let me see. Lawyer, trust and estates mostly.
Large firm?
No, one-man operation. Just him and his secretary. 50 years.
Oh, good. And the marriage?
49 years.
That tells you something. What else?
Well, he loved to go to expensive restaurants, and he never let anyone ever pick up the check. What a tipper. Huge.
So he was generous.
No, you could say so. I guess I never lacked for anything.
Dark suit scribbles some more.
Did he serve in the military?
Yes, World War II, naval intelligence.
Very good. All right, I think that just about does it.
So that's it?
Well, no, there's one more thing. Do you want the 10 or the 25?
What's the price difference?
The 25 will cost you 100.
Is 10 enough?
It usually suffices.
It seems rather short.
I make it a full 10. I trained at the Actors Studio.
That's fine.
Surprising?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that came before, but it does come in very handy.
Oh, I can imagine.
So I don't think you'll be disappointed.
Good.
In fact, I've never had any complaints. Rave reviews, actually. So as far as the
sorry.
Yeah, gray suit pulls out his checkbook.
So it's 3?
yes, for the 10-minute eulogy, it's $300, and that includes
all the personal services apart from the funeral home and the burial charges.
exactly.
Gray suit writes out the check and hands it to dark suit.
There you go.
Thank you. Anything else?
What do you mean?
A final thought. Maybe something you forgot to mention about.
Well, he was
What?
Never mind.
No. Tell me. I want this to be as accurate as possible.
Accurate?
Honest. Truthful.
Honest and truthful.
Of course.
Okay. He was a real prick.
Oh.
Not just a prick. A real prick.
Come on.
Like prick Hall of Fame material.
I understand, but I can't exactly...
No, you wanted honest and truthful.
Yeah, but some things are left...
He cheated on my mother constantly.
Oh, that's terrible.
And he rubbed it in her face.
I don't think I can write that.
Oh, never mind. He never had a kind word for me.
But you said you never lacked for anything.
Oh, he bought me tons of things. But then he turned around and called me a spoiled little shit.
I'm sorry.
No matter what I accomplished, it wasn't good enough for him.
I am truly sorry.
So really, he was a selfish, overbearing prick. I don't suppose you can use that.
No.
Why not?
It's just not appropriate.
But it's the truth.
I believe you.
Honest and truthful, you said.
Yeah, but for obvious reasons, I can't
I
use
want
it.
you to say it.
You want me to call your father a prick?
No.
Good.
A philandering, selfish, overbearing, sadistic prick.
I have never. I mean, we have standards.
I'll sweeten it with that 100.
I don't think so.
200.
I just don't think it would be
500.
500?
500.
Really?
Yes, just throw it in.
Just throw it in.
Yeah, at the end.
Just throw it in at the end?
Yeah. He was, first and foremost, a philandering, selfish, overbearing, sadistic prick. Something like that.
Don't you think that's a bit much?
Maybe you're right.
I mean, I think this whole thing smells. I mean,
You know what? Forget about overbearing.
what?
Just make it philandering, selfish, sadistic prick.
I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe that isn't right.
I'm glad you're coming to yourself.
I'm rethinking prick.
Good.
Maybe it should be asshole or bastard.
You're kidding.
Which do you prefer?
I don't like any of them.
Really?
Really. They are just not appropriate at this stage.
Okay, but which one do you dislike the least?
I dislike them equally.
Fair enough, fair enough. Then we'll stick with prick. It's more concise.
Concise?
Yeah, only one syllable. Asshole and bastard are two.
Well, that's right.
So, let's go ahead and use prick.
I'm not sure I can.
500 extra.
Really?
Yeah, 500 extra.
But it's just to send him off like that.
God knows what he's getting.
God already knows.
But then there's no harm.
What about your mother, sitting there, hearing all this?
You don't think she knows? She doesn't know he was a prick? But you don't think that she was elated when he went to bed Friday night and didn't wake up?
But this is just not done.
So you'd rather lie?
No!
Just tell everyone what a saint he was.
Well, that is what the standard template is for this.
1,000.
1,000.
Final offer. $1,000. Take it or leave it now.
Okay.
Great.
Gray suit writes him another check. Dark suit holds it, looks at gray suit, and then puts it in his wallet.
Are you really okay with this?
Oh, God, I'm better than okay. I'm great. I'm really looking forward to your eulogy. And then we're going to put this prick in the ground. Tonight's performance, the role of Finn will be played by Matt DiMolina, which he just found out 3 minutes ago. The play is The Advocate by Kate Thomas. The setting is present day in a townhouse in Brooklyn, New York. The characters are Matteo, a man in his 40s, and Finn, a young man aged 27. Lights up on a mid-century modern kitchen. Matteo rustles around in his fridge while Finn sits at the island.
Jesus, Gabby, what are you doing? She doesn't have any sort of system. Just throw shit everywhere. Provolone, broccoli, sriracha on top. Like condiments go here, you know? There's a specific place for them.
Yeah, right.
And I'm not unreasonable having an opinion about this, because I bring home samples from work. And I can't even... here we go.
He pulls a big jar of homemade kombucha from the fridge.
It was behind the gross bagels. Sprouted bagels. Can you believe it?
Yeah, they're not bad.
Not bad.
I mean, Dee Dee likes them.
Which shocks me. Have you ever met a 6-year-old with a more advanced palate?
Can't say I have.
How many other kids have you nannied? I forget what your resume...
No, well, you're my third family.
Third time's a charm.
Yeah, well, I was never fired, so...
No, I know you had spectacular references. That I remember. And Dee Dee loves you. Absolutely loves you.
Matteo has poured 2 glasses of kombucha.
Well, I like her too.
Yeah, that's great.
Gesturing to the kombucha.
Yeah, so this...
Oh, this is launching at Whole Foods next month. Prickly pear, cayenne, and muskmelon. Muskmelon.
And what's a muskmelon?
It's basically a cantaloupe. Like, pretty much 100% cantaloupe. But a little different. Like a cantaloupe with better personality.
Got it. Cool. I mean, Whole Foods, that's legit.
Yeah, thanks. I know it seems strange that I have this death wish for sprouted bagels, but then this vision for kombucha. But I don't think I have to get on board with every facet of the wellness space, you know? I think we can choose our own corner of the industry. And don't tell Gabby, she'll divorce me, but I really believe in white flour. All things white flour. Sorry, I'm totally obnoxious. I just wanted to offer you a drink while Gabby and Dee Dee are out, so
Yeah, I mean, fine. I'd love to.
Cheers.
Wow. Yeah. That is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the spice. I can feel it in my.
Yeah, you can feel it in your gut, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
That's the point.
That is good. I really like hearing about you and Gabby. Your work. It's dope. I mean, it's different. I mean, both my parents were in insurance, so wasn't like I was in a creative household. I mean, here you can see where Dee Dee gets her imagination.
Oh, thanks, Phil. Thanks. And honestly, I wouldn't have pegged you for growing up in like a traditional home or whatever. You seem creative. Those dollhouses, especially.
Oh, miniature making. Yeah.
Not dollhouse making?
No, I prefer miniature making. I did it with my kid sister growing up. So.
Did you study it at NYU?
No, that's not like a thing.
Is it something you want to pursue, or is it just a hobby?
Well, I guess it's never, not something I ever thought about. But, I mean, I do pick up jobs on Thumbtack, like refinishing collectibles, but I haven't thought about it.
Building toys for little girls.
Well, not as a job.
Not even like an Etsy job?
I'm not really.
Hey, really? Because I have some good contacts out there. I could totally set you.
No. It's cool. I'm good. Thanks.
So, then what are your goals? I'm just curious. Because you're like 25?
27.
27. Good looking. You got skills, niche skills, degree. I mean, do you want to go into education?
Well, no, I don't think.
So you're nanny with no ambition beyond the next family.
The next family. Wait. Are you firing me?
Oh no! Oh my God, no! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to give you that vibe.
Because I mean, if I'm not delivering, or you and Gabby aren't happy.
No, we're happy. Well, I'm happy. Gabby, she just wanted me to ask you about the dollhouses. About last week, especially. We were the ones that suggested you take Dee Dee to your apartment, because you had shown her the dollhouses on your phone, and she was gobsmacked. She was crazy about it, and it was nice of you to take her all the way to Greenpoint on Saturday, because I'm sure you had other plans. So we appreciate that. But Dee Dee, well, she told us about how you offered her one of the dollhouses, and she said something about the way you offered her make her feel weird. So she, as you know, she said no thank you, and she said that you got upset, and that made her upset. And I don't know, she didn't elaborate, but Gabby's always telling me, we have a little girl. We have to let her advocate for herself, and then we have to advocate for her. We have to believe her all of the time, which we do. And so I just wanted to hear your take, that's all. That's why I thought we could have some kombucha, and you could just tell me what happened.
Whoa. Okay. Wow. Sorry. I'm just. I wasn't prepared
For sure. For that I get.
I made her feel weird.
She said you just got very intense, like you were pushing the gift on her.
Only because she said how much she liked it.
Right.
No, I mean she surprised me when she said no, because I thought that she was just being polite. I was like, no, it's cool, please, it's all yours, but not like in a threatening way. At least I don't think in a threatening way. I mean, and if I was weird, I mean, I'm sorry. I feel bad. I was trying to just do a nice thing.
Yeah. No, of course. She said that your voice changed, like when you got into your room, and that you locked the door.
Well, I did not lock the door.
Well, she said you did.
I mean, I really don't think I did.
She said you locked the door, and you smiled in this way she didn't recognize. Like, she said it didn't look like you. And you offered her the dollhouse, and when she said no, you got mad.
Mateo, I don't like where this conversation is heading.
Look, I swear, I'm not trying to imply. For the sake of my kid, I gotta ask.
but haven't you ever accidentally scared her, or I mean, it made her feel some type of way by mistake? Like she's 6, you know?
Oh, I know. And you know what? I have more than once, and it's terrifying.
Dude, I never hurt her. And seriously, about last week, truly, if it had upset her, then again, I'm super sorry. I just thought that, you know, she'd like the dollhouse, and she has the perfect corner for it in her room. And I just saw us getting a lot of use out of it, because can I be totally 100, you know, sometimes playing with a 6-year-old, you know, it can be a little dull. And I love this job. You guys are great. Dee Dee's amazing. But I do plan to do something with my life, and I mean, maybe it's an Etsy job, you know, like maybe that's a good idea. So, but yeah, you know, the bottom line is I just thought that she'd like it, and to be honest, you know, she hasn't been off to me she hasn't been off to me these past few days. So even if I upset her, it seems like we're good.
Yeah. No, I actually mentioned that to Gabby because, you know, that's what I observed too. So yeah, sorry about this. I appreciate you being straight with me, and I see no reason for things to change.
I mean, I could quit.
Oh, that's great. That's crazy.
All right. Well, I mean, I hope everything's.
It's chill. Totally chill.
All right. Cool. So then I guess I'll.
Yeah. Go ahead. Have a good weekend.
Finn adjusts his backpack and makes to leave.
Hey, Finn. Did you find socks?
Socks?
Yeah, gray ones with pink stars. Dee Dee said she took her socks off when she was at your place, and when she went to leave, she couldn't find them. So.
Oh, yeah. No, I found them under my bed. I'll bring them tomorrow.
Okay. Oh, cool. Great. Thanks.
Later.
Bye.
Finn leaves. We hear the front door slam. A beat. Mateo's phone buzzes and he picks it up.
Hey, baby. Yeah, no, we just talked. It was fine. I don't think. Yeah, I know. He's gonna bring him tomorrow. Under his bed. But Dee Dee, look, she's gonna lose things. She's gonna get confused, and she's like 6, you know?
Beware the Cracker by Friedman. The characters in this play are Gabe and Sharon, both in their 20s, who are meeting for the first time. He is dressed in a suit and she is in a dress and heels. A bartender takes their orders. There are 2 other characters, Gabe's alter ego and Sharon's alter ego. They are both dressed in black with severe makeup. Gabe and Sharon can hear and speak, but not see their own alter egos, and are unaware of each other's alter egos, who are intently focused on their own counterparts. The time is last night. The setting is a bar at a nice Brooklyn restaurant. At curtains rise, the bartender wipes glasses behind the bar. Sharon, followed closely by her alter ego, enters.
Your lipstick is crooked. Fix it on the right side.
Sharon pulls a tissue from her bag and dabs her lips.
That's better. But why did you choose that outfit?
I know it makes me look fat. Do I look fat?
I've seen you look better. I'm just saying.
Couldn't you have told me that before we left home? I can't do anything about it now.
They sit on adjacent bar stools.
What time is it?
It's 12 minutes after 7.
12 minutes late. You're being stood up.
Quit jumping to conclusions.
Not the first time.
It won't be like the other times. I have a feeling this one will be different. I really want to meet this guy. He sounded so good on the phone.
They all sound good on the phone. Here you go again, getting your hopes up probably for nothing. I bet this one will be another jerk.
Shut up! Stop filling my head with suspicions. I'll just trust my instincts.
I'm your instincts. Remember, I'm your secret self.
I don't want you here. Why are you here?
You think I want to be here? You summoned me up. You always do this when you think too much.
Gabe enters. His alter ego follows in lockstep. They spot Sharon.
She's not wearing a mask.
Doesn't need one. She texted me when she got both COVID shots.
How do you know she wasn't lying? They all lie.
He's not wearing a mask.
He emailed me that he got both the shots. So.
Oh yeah? Make him show you his vaccination card.
I can't do that. Can I do that?
Is it my imagination? Or does she look like your ex-wife?
Don't start. Don't start. I really like this girl's profile. She sounded so sweet on the phone.
I've heard that before. Why did you have to wear a suit?
I just came from work. I didn't have time to change.
No one gets dressed up for these things.
Anyway, I want to make a good first impression. This girl could be the one.
You're trying too hard. It'll give her the upper hand. Hey, check your fly.
Sharon.
Yeah, Gabe.
That's me. It's nice to finally meet you after all these months of emails.
Yeah, and waiting for this awful pandemic to end.
Gabe leans in to peck Sharon's cheek.
Germs! Don't kiss her!
Gabe backs away.
She's cute, but she's no 5'10" like her profile says. That's a definite lie. You should have gotten a better look at her through the window before you came in.
And how could I? She was sitting. I'm sorry I'm late. I couldn't find parking.
Bullshit. He was probably peeking through the window and couldn't make up his mind.
Gabe and his alter ego sit on the next stools.
It's no problem.
What do you mean, no problem? You just set a precedent where he can show up anytime he wants and keep you waiting.
At least he's got a car. Do you ever think of that? I had to take the bus here.
He's testing you, and you're failing the test.
Can't you give him a chance?
He's cute, but you're making excuses for a guy you don't even know.
You want a drink?
Thanks, I'll have a margarita. There's all.
Not a margarita. Not on the first meeting. You know what tequila does to you.
You're making me nervous. One won't hurt. I'll just sip it.
A margarita? Whoa, she's a drinker.
I'll have Coors Light, please.
The bartender puts the drinks on the bar. Taking a swig of his beer, Gabe says.
So, Sharon, how long have you been on Match?
An eternity. But don't admit that. It'll make you seem unlovable.
I just started, and you?
Forever. But don't admit that. You'll sound like a creep.
Same here. I'm good with this.
Thanks for meeting me here. This is kind of my favorite place.
Idiot! Now he thinks you're a bar type.
Oh, so you go to bars a lot?
See? No. I mean that this is like the nicest restaurant in my neighborhood, and I wanted to meet someplace nice.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. No, this place is nice.
Oh, if I hear the word nice again, I'll puke. Quick, say something else, schmuck.
Get off my back.
I'm not on your back. I'm in your head, where I always am.
So Sharon, have you lived in Brooklyn long?
A few years. My building went condo, so I bought my apartment. I love the shopping and restaurants here, and my neighbors are pretty friendly.
She's geographically undesirable. Like I warned you. Do you really want to keep crossing the river to date anyone? And didn't her profile say she lives in New York?
Brooklyn is in New York. Don't be a snob. She could always sell her place if we get together. I live in the UES, near the museums.
La-di-da. He says UES instead of Upper East Side. What a snob.
You must be successful to live there.
Didn't you always say you wanted to live in Manhattan? This could be your chance. Don't blow it. Find out more about it.
So, your profile mentioned that you're an engineer.
An engineer. Right on the G train. Toot toot.
I graduated from Cooper Union. I design computers for HP. I've always been fascinated by how things work, and I want to invent new electronics that will improve the future.
That's great. There's so much potential for good.
I mean, yeah. Right now, I'm working on solutions for climate change.
Awesome. I'm concerned about the environment too. It's amazing to meet someone in the corporate world who admits there is climate change.
Right? I mean, well, my Intel company believes global warming is mostly man-made. And despite what some politicians and industrialists claim, don't get me started, I can talk your ears off about this stuff.
Oh, but I'm very interested. I've campaigned for clean air and attended rallies in Union Square. Like, what sort of work are you doing?
Well, I mean, I'm in a group that's developing ways to mitigate the global warming trend. I mean, it's a serious economic, social, and environmental emergency.
Yes, I agree. Very serious.
Yeah, I mean, we're working on System 8520 with the IPCC to stabilize CO2 emissions in the Earth's atmosphere at 450 ppm by 2050.
System 8520? I've read about that in the Times.
I mean, it's in the beta stage right now, but I mean, we hope to reduce GHG, greenhouse emissions, by 85% compared to levels we observed in 2000. But it's no silver bullet quick fix. It's going to take all the countries of the world, it's going to take major companies coming together, and really, if you're really into this, I mean, I'm attending a conference.
Don't get all preachy and bore her. That science mumbo jumbo and political opinions.
Come on, she thinks I'm interesting.
She's being polite. Remember how your job talk put your ex to sleep?
Well, enough about me. Your profile says we're both designers, in a way.
Oh, yeah, I studied fashion at FIT. I'm a buyer for Ralph Lauren. I designed and made this outfit, in fact.
Oh, no, you're not calling attention to that outfit, are you?
I know it's not very...
Wow, it's pretty. No, you're really creative.
He likes how I look. You were wrong about my clothes. He sees that I have talent.
You are too smart to fall for flattery. What's his angle? Don't let him follow you home.
Thanks. You're really creative, too. I think we have that in common.
Gabe gulping more beer.
I think we do. Thanks.
You're too smart to fall for flattery. What's your angle? Don't let her order the surf and turf.
Your profile says that you're also a model?
Yeah, right. Porno.
I do freelance hand modeling for the OPI ads. Those hands you see in fashion magazines with the long nails. That's me sometimes, but I am in Costco this month.
Gabe takes her hands.
Your hands, they're beautiful.
Jeez, he's touchy-feely. Be careful.
Becky's a pussy grabber.
Sharon pulls her hands away.
Oh, sorry, Sharon. I didn't mean to get all Me Too on you. I am not like that.
I believe you. People often grab my hands when I tell them what I do.
I didn't mean to grab you.
Don't worry about it. You don't know if her hands were washed.
I know you didn't mean anything. It's okay.
Are you sure it's okay? I wonder how many women he's grabbed in his office.
Probably none. Just shut up. Don't ruin this for me like you always do, okay? I like Gabe.
Beware the Kraken!
Lights dim. We hear menacing music. An image of a sea monster is projected on the back wall.
No, not again.
Both alter egos undulate their arms like tentacles. Sharon's alter ego slowly wraps one tentacle around Sharon's throat, and Gabe's alter ego does the same to Gabe.
Don't pretend you didn't force me to reach out. You're resisting me, and I'm getting angry. Remember, I'm your Kraken. I'm the monster that's been hiding in the dark abyss of your mind all of your life. Year after year, growing fatter and fiercer, doubling your doubts and feeding on your fears. With each new risk you take, I grow new tentacles.
That grow longer and stronger in wrapping you and holding you back.
Why? I'm just protecting you. I'm all about your survival. A woman needs a friend more than ever. This world has become too misogynistic.
Sharon begins to struggle.
I don't think she trusts you, dude. Her body language just got all weird.
And whose fault is that? Whose fault is it usual?
Whose fault? I'm on your side. Who goes with you everywhere?
Gabe pulling at his tentacle.
That's just the trouble. You get away from me.
Are you alright? Is there something wrong?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. It's just allergies. I'm choking.
That's a symptom of COVID.
Calm down.
You're pretty ungrateful. I'm your wingman. I've saved you from plenty of lousy dates. Remember Rose with the hunchback and Cynthia with the hook nose and whew, that bitch Jeanette?
I like Sharon. I don't need saving this time.
How can you be sure of that? Oh, my throat. I can hardly speak. Can't do that, dude. You'll never be free of me until you develop the strength to bring me up to your surface.
And find the courage to expose me to the light where I'll shrivel up and die. Then you'll be on your own, and you will think for yourself. Until then, you'll feel my grip whenever you challenge me.
Until then, let's see you make scintillating conversation. So far, you're boring. Talk nice to her.
Gabe waves for another beer.
I enjoyed reading your profile. You sounded very, very intelligent. And now that I've met you, I know you are.
That means he wants to fuck you.
I even like the part about your volunteer work. You seem very socially aware.
That means he wants to fuck you.
I saw that we both have Met memberships.
That means he wants to fuck you!
Sharon gulps for margarita.
No. Do you really think so?
Gabe waves for another beer. The bartender puts it on the bar and exits.
Of course! Ask him about the museum.
Have you seen the new Cezanne exhibit?
Ooh, that means she wants to fuck you.
Yes! Do you really think so? I want to fuck you.
Nails it!
No, Sharon. I did not mean that. I'm just nervous. I've had so much beer. I'm sorry.
Another waste of time, another if only.
Another wasted opportunity. Another if only.
Run!
Gabe and Sharon break free from their alter egos and jump off their bar stools. The music stops. Lights return to normal. An image on the back wall changes to a clock with hands spinning out of control.
Look, you're a nice guy, really. But I have to be somewhere, so I'll see you soon.
Oh yeah, no, sure. It was great meeting you. I'll call you.
Run for your life again until I
Reemerge from your deep the next time.
Gabe and Sharon exit quickly in the opposite direction.
These two are never going to see each other again, but you're perfect for me.
Great minds do think alike.
They move closer together and clink glasses left by Gabe and Sharon. Thank you very much. You've been a wonderful audience, and I want to say thank you to my actors. They did a fabulous job. Intermission. There will be refreshments in the back. If you need to use the gender non-specific facilities, they are downstairs. Please go down these stairs, and then when you come back, come up these stairs. It'll just help with the traffic. And we will reconvene in about 10 to 15 minutes with our playwrights, who will be sitting up here on the stage, for a question and answer session. And I think that is something really wonderful to look forward to. So, help yourself. Thank you very much.